Ever wondered how Viking parents got their tiny warriors to sleep? Forget gentle lullabies. These Norse moms and dads sang about trolls, wolves, and epic battles. Let's explore the wild world of Viking bedtime songs, where sweet dreams met legendary tales. Here's something wild. Viking lullabies weren't your typical rockabye baby tunes. These songs packed some serious punch, mixing cute cuddles with tales of warriors and mythical beasts. Parents would sing about Thor's mighty battles, sneaky frost giants, and brave heroes while tucking in their little Vikings. It's like if modern parents mixed Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with Game of Thrones. These songs did double duty. They soothed kids to sleep and taught them important cultural values. Pretty clever, right? The Vikings knew that bedtime was the perfect time to plant seeds of courage, honor, and adventure in their children's minds. Ready for the scariest babysitter in Norse history? Meet Grýla, a massive troll woman who could smell misbehaving kids from miles away. This mountain-dwelling monster had a special appetite for children who didn't listen to their parents. With her 15 tails, razor-sharp claws, and a nose like a hungry bloodhound, she'd stuff naughty kids into her giant sack and drag them back to her cave for a not-so-friendly dinner party. Parents would tell their children, "Better finish your chores, or Grýla might catch your scent." Talk about next-level timeout threats. But here's the funny part. This scary story actually worked like a charm. Kids would suddenly become perfect angels when they heard Grýla's heavy footsteps approaching. Think your bedtime stories are intense? Viking parents took storytelling to a whole new level. They'd weave tales of legendary warriors facing down frost giants and mighty dragons, all set to catchy tunes. These weren't just random scary stories. They had a clever purpose. When little Eric heard about heroes staying calm while staring down a massive sea serpent, he'd learn that bravery means facing your fears, even when you're scared silly. These musical battle stories taught kids that it's okay to be afraid, but giving up isn't an option. Parents would sing about warriors who kept fighting even when the odds looked terrible, sneaking in life lessons between the sword clashes and shield walls. Let's crack open these Viking lullabies like a secret code. Behind every mention of Thor's hammer, there was a lesson about standing up for what's right. When parents sang about Odin's wisdom, they were actually teaching kids to think before acting. Even those catchy tunes about farming and fishing weren't just random. They were preparing children for their future roles in Viking society. My favorite part? The way they snuck in lessons about kindness through stories of the gods helping humans. It's like they created the world's first educational songs, except with way more axes and epic feasts. The genius part was how natural it felt. Kids had no idea they were getting a full Viking Life 101 course while drifting off to sleep. Okay, this might sound strange, but Viking mums had a special thing for singing about wolves and ravens to their babies. These weren't random spooky animals, they were Odin's personal squad. Wolves like Geri and Freki were symbols of loyalty and strength, while ravens Hugin and Munin represented wisdom and memory. Parents believed singing about these animals would give their kids some of that divine power. Think of it as ancient Viking baby brain development. They'd croon about ravens soaring over battlefields, bringing knowledge back to Odin, and wolves running through moonlit forests. These songs helped babies feel connected to nature and the gods, while also teaching them about the animals they'd encounter in their daily lives. Pretty smart way to start their Viking education, right? You might think Vikings just banged on shields to make music, but they had some seriously cool bedtime instruments. Parents would strum the gentle strings of a small harp called a lyre, perfect for those sleepy time songs. Some clever Viking mums and dads even used bone flutes. Yep, actual bones turned into musical instruments. They'd create soft, haunting melodies that could calm even the most energetic little berserker. The real MVP was the Tagl harper, a bowed lyre that made this amazing, dreamy sound. It's like they had their own Viking version of a white noise machine. And get this, they'd sometimes use small bells and rattles made from shells to create gentle, rhythmic sounds that mimic the ocean waves. Want to hear something mind-blowing? Some of those Viking bedtime songs are still alive and kicking today. Ever heard the Swedish rhyme, Rida, Rida, Ranka? That little knee-bouncing game has been making kids giggle for over 1,000 years. These ancient Norse rhymes stuck around because they're basically parenting gold. They've got rhythm, repetition, and they actually work. Modern parents in Scandinavia still use these songs because, let's face it, kids haven't changed that much since the Viking age. They still love stories about adventure, still need help falling asleep, and still learn best through fun and play. It's pretty amazing to think that when you bounce your kid on your knee singing these rhymes, you're part of a tradition that goes back to the time of longships and legendary heroes. Here's a cool twist. Those Viking lullabies never really went away. You can still hear their echoes in modern Scandinavian kids' songs. Take the popular Swedish song Vem kan segla förutan vind? It's got that same mix of adventure and life lessons that Viking parents loved. Modern Nordic songwriters sneak in those ancient themes of bravery and nature, just with fewer mentions of battle axes. The melodies still have that haunting, magical quality that made Viking kids dream of misty fjords and northern lights. Even the way these songs tell stories, mixing real life with a dash of fantasy, that's pure Viking style right there. Here's where Viking lullabies get really magical. Parents would weave special protective words called gulder into their songs, believing these ancient charms could keep their kids safe while they slept. They'd sing about Freya's golden necklace bringing sweet dreams, or Thor's hammer creating an invisible shield around the bed. Some mums would chant runes, magical letters with special powers, right into the melody. They'd mix in the Algiz rune for protection, or Sowilo for health and success. It's like they created a cozy bubble of Viking magic around their sleeping kids. The coolest part? Each family had their own secret verses, passed down through generations like precious family recipes. Modern science is backing up what Viking parents knew all along. Their bedtime songs were genius. The rhythmic patterns in these ancient lullabies match the ideal tempo for slowing down heart rates, about 70-80 beats per minute. That's perfect for triggering our brain's sleep mode. The repetitive nature of their songs? That's basically an ancient form of white noise, which scientists say helps our brains filter out disrupting sounds. Even those scary monster stories served a sneaky biological purpose. They triggered small stress responses that actually helped kids process their daily fears. And that special singing voice Viking parents used? Studies show that the lower frequencies in soft singing stimulate the vagus nerve, naturally calming the body. These Norse parents were basically sleep scientists in warrior clothing. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through Viking bedtime stories. Who knew Norse parents were such sleep-time geniuses? Hit that like button, subscribe for more historical surprises, and share this with your favorite parent. Sleep tight, don't let the frost giants bite.